Hello, we are live. I am your What Culture Pro Wrestling General Manager. It brings me no small amount of pleasure to be presenting this World Cup final draw. Inside this bowl are the names of all 16 finalists in the World Cup. One by one, we're going to be reaching in, pulling out those names, pairing them up. That will create the first 8 matches of the first round of the World Cup, airing from Milton Keynes live on August 23rd. Now, before we start that process, I should point out there are going to be a couple of question marks in this bracket. That's because we're broadcasting this now before the US and rest of the world qualifiers air. The reason we've done that is so that you people buying tickets in advance can get a glimpse of some of the amazing matches you're going to see as part of the Pro Wrestling World Cup finals. Without further ado, let's crack straight into the draw with the first name. Representing Japan, it's KUSHIDA, and his opponent, representing Scotland, it's Kenny Williams. Okay, that is our first matchup made in the Pro Wrestling World Cup finals. On to the second. It is the second finalist from the US qualifier, which means it'll be from the right side of the bracket, which means it will be either Jay Lethal, Moose, David Starr, or Bobby Fish. And their opponent is... representing England, it's Zack Sabre Jr., an as yet mystery opponent for Zack Sabre Jr. Next matchup now. We are reaching into the bowl and pulling out. And representing Japan, it's Hiromu Takahashi. And his opponent will be... and representing Germany, it is Lucky Kid. Our third matchup there, Hiromu Takahashi versus Lucky Kid. Moving on to our fourth, let's see, it is... representing Scotland, it's Joe Coffey. And his opponent will be... representing Canada, it's Michael Elgin. Our fourth matchup, we are halfway through, Joe Coffey versus Michael Elgin. Moving on to the fifth match. It is the rest of the world finalist number 2 from the right side of the bracket, meaning it will be either Angelico, Icarus, Flash Morgan Webster, or RJ Singh. And their opponent will be... well, it was bound to happen, wasn't it? US finalist 1, which is from the left side of the bracket, which means it will be either Ricochet, Matt Sydal, Keith Lee, or James Storm. So match number 5 is a total mystery match. Moving on to match number 6, let's give those a swirl, reach in, starting with... representing Germany, it's Bad Bones. And his opponent will be... representing Mexico, Penta El Zero Miedo. That is match number 6. Moving on to our final 2 matches. The first, match number 7. The first competitor is... representing England, it's Will Ospreay. And his opponent... representing Mexico, it's Rey Mysterio. Match number 7, Will Ospreay versus Rey Mysterio, which means our final match must be, first up, representing Canada, it's Mike Bailey. And his opponent, The last name in the ball, we know this already to be a mystery. That's right, it's Rest of the World finalist number 1. This is from the left side of that bracket, which means it will either be Travis Banks, Mark Davis, Jørn Simmons, or Tom LaRufa. Mark Bailey versus a mystery opponent is our final draw in the Pro Wrestling World Cup Finals. All 8 of those matches, and we will finalize those as soon as the US and Rest of the World qualifiers air. All 8 of those matches will be taking place live in Milton Keynes on August the 23rd, completely live, completely free. Get your tickets to be there in the building to see matches like Rey Mysterio versus Will Ospreay, Mike Elgin versus Joe Coffey, Penta El Zero Miedo versus Bad Bones, and many, many more by going to ProWrestlingWorldCup.com. It's going to be a phenomenal show.